Melody Anderson, and I am here today to talk to you about social media and why it can be bad. You might be thinking, what? Social media isn't bad. Well, social media itself was not made to be bad, but people abuse it, and that's what makes it bad. People need to learn to use social media responsibly. Otherwise, it can develop poor communication, people can be fake, it hurts people's self-esteem, and people are too dependent on social media. We as people need more face-to-face communication. Social media is taking over people's lives. I bring to the table 5 things that make social media bad and might just change the way you feel about social media. The very first thing I'm going to talk about today is how people don't always have a real and meaningful relationship with other people. I bet a lot of you here today have a Facebook. Don't we call people on Facebook our friends, even when some of them you might have never even met before? You might not even know that person. You probably don't have a meaningful relationship with them. Isn't that just a little sad? Granted, you can meet people all around the world and learn new ideas and things, but you must be very careful. And this leads me to my next point. The second thing I would like to mention is how people can be fake on social media sites. There are predators on these sites, people who pretend to be your friend but really are someone with a completely different name, age, sex, among other lies. Also, and less dangerous but still waste of time in relationship, you can portray yourself as being one way when really you're nothing like that in real life. I think people should be real all the time and not be someone else just because they can and no one will most likely know. The third thing, and one of the most important things to me, is how a lot of people find their identity in social media like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I have a friend that is really into social media, and she has a Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and others. My friend is constantly going on her social media pages on her phone. She is always getting compliments on her pictures and her statuses. For the most part, that is what she is always talking about, and she always wants to make her friends and followers happy and like her. I would really like it if my friend was a friend to me, but she isn't, and it's mostly because she's too busy with social media. The fourth thing I would like to talk about is how people write whatever they think and feel in such an exposed and public way. Without social media, that person might have talked to just a few close friends, but online they can share personal and private things in front of the entire world. I think for a lot of us, when we see this, we almost feel embarrassed for them and just wish that person wouldn't post things like that at all. It's great for inviting people to parties or sharing ideas, but not putting all your issues or problems out there for anyone to see. And the last thing I would like to just touch on is how people feel like they need some kind of social media to fit in, and if they don't have one, they feel like they're missing out on something. I would like to just say that social media should not be a necessity to people. People don't need Facebook to be happy. So, social media is useful, but can take over a person's life and hurt the relationships. It can even be dangerous. I think that when people are using social media, they need to remember these things.